Okay, today on the workbench we had in for repair a Planet robot. Now, Planet Robot's one of those toys that's been, probably has the longest build time of any one type of robot. Back in the 1950s you could get in this blue color battery operated and wind up walking with sparking versions, and you could they then came out with black versions. The arms would change. See, originally they had these red rubber arms, which, you know, being 60 to 70 years old, they turn hard and they fall apart. These were the original ones that were on there. This one, the nubbin on the back, had cracked off a long time ago, so the arm couldn't be reattached. And even if a person were to try to put glue and screw in there, the rubber is so old and hard at this point, it's just going to fall apart. And getting in there over and over again, you're going to break the tabs. So these are new rubber replacement hands that have been put on there. It was not only sent to me to replace the hands, but it was sent to me because it would no longer work, wasn't walking. And, of course, there was no sparking in the mouth. So the reason it wouldn't work when you'd wind it up is the leg linkage. This would be the robot's right leg, was bent in such a way that the crank that moves the leg back and forth, the leg would slip in to the wrong part of the crank and bind everything up. So I've had to fix the leg linkage, and the reason, of course, it wouldn't spark is two reasons. One, the flint was completely worn down to where there was just a big hole left in the plate that holds the flint, so that had to be replaced. But also the flint wheel itself was completely worn out, so even putting a new flint in, it wouldn't spark. So new flint spark wheel, new flint, correct the leg linkage, installed the new rubber hands, oiled and lubricated all of the points that are in there, that, you know, the gears and axles and that kind of stuff. But before we wind it up and demonstrate it, if you do check out my channel, you can see many of the other versions of the Planet robot. I mean, they're still made to this day. You can still get China reproduction versions. But after this blue all tin version and the battery operated one, which had a wired remote, they went to black, and a lot of them would have metal claw hands, like C-clip hands. And then they had hard plastic hands that didn't quite look like that stuck out further. And then this mostly in the black versions. Instead of having an all-tin head, they went to a plastic head. And now they're back to the China versions, which you can get in almost any color you want. So the toys had a very long production life. And let's give it a couple of winds here. You've got an on-off switch on the front chest. I'm going to hold it up here just in case it decides to spark. Oh yeah, sparking good. And you can see it's a good runner and a good walker. I'm going to let her wind down a little bit here before I shut it off. This was made by Yoshia in Japan. This particular one would be from the 1950s. And let's shut it off right there. Up is off, down is on. Think of anything else I want to talk about? You got your ratchet wheels. No, I think I've covered just about everything I wanted to say about it. If I do remember when I post this, I'll put links to some of the Planet robots in the Robothut collection for you, if you want to see some of the other color variations, plus some of the newer repo versions.